Welcome to the elevator. And we're about to open the door. Hang on. Oh no, it's closing! It's opening again. And I'm just influencing, sorry.
Strong.
And yeah, welcome to Lake Bled. And the launch of the Yamaha TRACER9 GTPLUS. We've got some sexy boys in the house. In a nutshell, motor pretty much the same, but the technology upgrades, this is what this bike is all about, and it really is. For a mid-sized adventure bike, it's now really playing in the big leagues. Let's see how we get on. I'll run you through some of the specs as we go, if I can remember them, because there is a lot of stuff on this bike. And it's all designed to make your life easier, less fatiguing, so you can enjoy the scenery with you and your loving partners. All right, bye. That's elder abuse, leave him alone. So this is the colourway we've got today. This is the nicest one. This is a beautiful, I don't know if it's coming out on camera, really nice deep metallic blue with a classy silver, very executive looking. Some full panniers, luggage, electronically opened via the keyless jib job. Massive wanger of a screen, loads of buttons which are going to take a while to get used to, and electric windscreen, really nice padded botty seat. Hopefully I'm going to be able to plug my camera in with this cable in a minute. And yeah, let's go for it. Mossy's just shouting in the background. Typically I've done no research into how to even turn the thing on. Okay, we're on. That's the way I like to do it. I like to just jump on as a punter and experience what happened. Oh, there's no clutch, right. First gear, okay, we've got a flipper flopper there. Oh, that's how it does it, right, okay. Okay, we're off already. Oh, eggs, waffles. Eggs, waffles, knees and toes, knees and toes. Right, so we're in manual. How does one change? I should have listened. That's full beam. No, oh, AMC, what's that? Automatic. Got it. Okay, there's a little flipper there. I mean, considering I paid no attention to the briefing, I have managed to figure it out so far. Indicator. Oh, indicator button's weird. How do you cancel the indicator button? So, CP3 triple motor. This is the now in Europe, this is the biggest motor they do. Same motor as in the R9. Not sure, it's probably got a different map on it, but this bike is all about making your life easy, apparently, according to the chat last night. And it's for big miles, it's to take on the big boys, and the technology on this thing, I mean, the amount of stuff that it's got is kind of mind-blowing, actually. And it does all sorts of things, like this is a semi-active suspension bike as well, so it's got electronic suspension, which even on the shifts it gives you a little bit more compression on the rear and stuff to stop it unsettling the bike when you shift. Cobweb. Our lives can look pretty glamorous from the outside, travelling around the world, testing the best bikes known to man. Don't get me wrong, that's fantastic. but it doesn't mean we don't need a little bit of help sometimes. That's why I want to talk to you about BetterHelp, which is the paid partner of this video. BetterHelp is on a mission to make starting therapy easier, so you can get the help you need and take the steps to improve your mental health. First, you go to their site. You can use my link, which is betterhelp.com/44teeth. Fill out a questionnaire and you will match with a therapist within a couple of days. You can do it from a computer or a phone call, but I simply use the app on my phone, so I can video chat with the therapist at a time and location of my choice. It took me less than 48 hours, which is their usual turnaround time, to be matched with a therapist, and I was set up and ready for my first session in no time. I'm sure you know when we're feeling a bit rubbish, it can be a massive hurdle to overcome and try and find a therapist on your own, but with BetterHelp, it was easy and supportive. No matter how strong we think we are, we all need a little help sometimes. If you are struggling and think you'd benefit from a therapy session, click the link in the description, or go to betterhelp.com/44teeth and get 10% off your first month of therapy. Okay guys, back to the video. We're fitted with the Bridgestone T32 tyres, specifically designed for this bike, even though the T33 is now out. In fact, I'm going to the Bridgestone launch tomorrow morning in Croatia. Did I say we're in Slovenia? I actually walked around Lake Bled this morning. It was lovely. Right, so screen. Let's, how do we do that? Let's try and... Windscreen, okay. Ah, look at that. The first two buttons I pushed and I got it. So quite intuitive so far. This bike has active cruise control, so it's got a radar, it's got matrix headlights, so those are the ones you see on cars. That's why, in fact I did a video last night on Instagram and everyone's like, why does it look like that? But there's a little infrared camera inside the windscreen there which detects the vehicles around you. It has all sorts of assists, like there is one, it's not like a, it doesn't brake for you necessarily if you're going to have an emergency situation, but it thinks, so if you're coming up hard behind Mossy and you're braking hard and the bike thinks you can actually brake harder, it will brake harder for you. Now I'm not sure I'm down with that technology just yet, but those are the lengths that Yamaha are going to think about what a rider wants, inverted commas wants, because obviously all riders are different, but what the customer of this vehicle would want. And in their feedback and research, it's all about technology, being able to do bigger miles, longer distances, more comfort, and ultimately more joy, so you can look around and see the beautiful world. I mean, we're almost getting to a point where you might as well just take the car, but there we go. Side note, I do quite like that even though we've got keyless ride, there is at least some sort of manual activation touch point to start to turn the bike on. Like, I think we should have more things like that. I think, you know how you start a Lamborghini? I'm not sure many of you have started a Lamborghini, but there's like a flip up, like a missile launch thing, and it's part of the ceremony of starting the bike. I think that's important to actually get a bit of excitement to go, oh, I'm going to start the bike, flip it up, yeah. You know, really, I think they should pay much more attention to this. Like, turn it on, like a light sort of goes whoosh, like we're about to start the bike, yeah. The colour I really like. I did think, and I said it last night, that this bike would look so much better with gold wheels rather than silver, but apparently the tyre pressure monitoring system, the TPS, doesn't work on a matte wheel for some reason. It can't seat on the thing, so all the gold wheels that they make are matte, so they're gonna have to paint a whole load of new ones gloss gold. We've got a blind spot detection here. It's just told me I've cut someone up, I've cut someone else up, policeman. There's a lot of different dash modes, different layouts, all sorts of stuff. It's going to take quite a long, it's a good job we got a long ride today. I think it's about 350 kilometers, so it's a good job because it's going to take quite a while to get used to everything. Quite buffety, but a lot of that could be to do with the bikes in front, the turbulence. In fact, it definitely is to do with the bikes in front. Got a handy little USB, oh, it's a USB-C, for sake. I haven't brought that cable with me, that's annoying. Yeah, so when there's no bike in front of me, I'm doing 130 Ks and wind resistance, turbulence is pretty good. That's my almost #1 touring bike issue, is turbulence and airflow. And this ain't bad, and I'm 6'4". Speaking of ergonomics, I feel that the pegs are quite high, or the seat is quite low. I'm going to ask if we can put the seat in a higher position, because I think the angle of my dangle is a little bit tight. Right, let's try a bit of cruise. I don't even know how to do this. Set, cruise control. Right, let's see if it adapts to this truck. Yeah, it's adapting to the truck. And now let's pull out. It's now on the gas. Okay, adaptive cruise control. This bike has a whole new rear subframe from the old TRACER9, which gives you more length in the seating arrangement for your pillion and yourself. It's much stronger to carry more load. We've got electronic KYB suspension with high levels of adjustability. Oh, what's that? So, that's annoying. Did you see that? They mentioned that last night. So if it thinks you're going to have a collision, it flashes a great big yellow thing on the screen. Woo. And pulses the rear brake to alert you, although it didn't need to do that at all. It was a bit unnecessary, actually. Well, it was massively unnecessary, to be fair. Theme. Let's change the theme. Oh, I like that one. That's better. I quite like these little shift buttons, like a little F1 thing. Got a horn. What does the horn sound like? Alright. The gearbox is, you can certainly feel it changing. It's not a sort of smoothed out, clutchy, like auto box. It's literally a manual, well, it's an automatic shift rod, which is doing the action onto a manual gearbox. It only weighs an extra 2.9 kilos, this gearbox option, whereas a lot of other auto gearboxes do weigh quite a lot. This bike is 229 kilos. Wet. Whether they've decided to put fuel in that or not, I don't know. There needs to be an industry standard for wet weights. So I'm going to just sit with it for a bit and have a play, and I'll come back to you. Alright, cheers. Great one, bye. I mean, handling wise, it's really nicely weighted. The lighter motor really does feel like you've got a lot more flickability with your adventure bike. The suspension feels great, plush. The tyres feel like they've got a load of grip. I mean, it's soft suspension. I think you can adjust it to make it harder, but I actually quite like the way it's soft. If you want an all-out sports bike, you're going to buy a sports bike, but it's got enough support that you can push the limits, but it's got this quite a nice damped, bouncy, cushioned feel to it. However, the elephant in the room is the motor. It's for, I mean, maybe I'll get used to it later, but you've got to sing it, you've got to rev the tits off it, because you don't have a big 1200 like most of the other big adventure bikes, premium adventure bikes. You've really got to buzz it. You can't be lazy, which is what a adventure tourer type bike is all about, is being lazy and easy and just using that torque. There's not enough torque to get it out of the corners. So you've got to then, with the manual, with the automatic gearbox, it's not quite. I'm in D+, which I think is like a sporty version of the gearbox. It's like, oh yeah, I want to have some, I want to have it, but it's still not enough. How do you turn wheelie control off?
Oh, don't press back, don't press back, out of there.
Ah, got ya, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's super fun, it is fun, but it just needs that bit more. I mean, I've got not a lot in my pannier, well, nothing in my panniers actually. So if you're fully loaded with a pillion, I think it's going to struggle a little bit with power. and the auto gearbox just doesn't turn down, it doesn't shift down quick enough when you want it. Like, I mean, I'm absolutely, it's not doing anything. So you have to then use the buttons, which are good, but it takes a while to get your head around which way's up, which way's down. Oh. So yeah, got to rev the tits off it basically. But when you do rev the tits off it, it actually responds really well. But you just got to keep it above 7 grand. But then I think, you know, for the target demographic, it's probably absolutely fine. I mean, I'm coming from like a sports bike, I guess, background. I want to have that mind-blowing experience. But I think actually maybe the customer doesn't necessarily want that. And I suppose if you're into big wheelie waving, oh, I went the wrong way around the gearbox, then you're going to choose a multistrada or something like that. So the only real solution here is to go into first most of the places, which is a bit awkward, but it works. Well, peg down. Oh my good lord. I mean, it's definitely got the chassis ability over my GS for sure. Oh, road. Brakes are a little bit Japanese. Road. Well, pegs. Triangling a lot of rear brake just to control the bike. It doesn't like being unsettled because it's quite soft, which I like, by the way. I like the softness. You just got to be a little bit more careful. Mate. I mean, the brakes are good. They're absolutely good enough. But it's just that initial bite phase, which is always the problem with Yamaha. I'm actually blowing now, I'm working so hard. That was fast. This guy, this leader is he knows what he's doing. Yeah, I almost forgot I was on a touring bike then, which is a good thing. Oh, peg scrape. That's the thing. You could be quite happily bowling along, and then you hit a compression when you're at full lean, and then then you get some peg action. I just requested my seat to be put in a higher position for lanky people. This? You need this?
Yeah.
Thank you, mate. Danke, grazie schön. Because I noticed before, in the low position, I end up just sat on this bit, not that bit. Oh, that's much better. Right, coffee stop complete. Now we've got an hour and a half before lunch. And I also, at the coffee stop, put 3 turns of preload onto the shock. So, although I like the soft nature of the GT touring bike, I can already tell it's a bit better for my weight. Sometimes on a long trip you want to just stand up on your big GT adventure bike and stretch the legs. The bars are quite low on this, or the pegs are quite high. So, I mean, I am 6'4", but I've got to lean quite a lot down. So perhaps bar rises, I'm sure Yamaha do something like that. And the pixel quality of the dash itself is not quite up there with Ducati and BMW. It's perfectly fine, perfectly adequate. It's better than fine, it's good, but it's not quite as sharp. And I've got the sat-nav going up on here. It's a Garmin system, sadly. I mean, all Garmin do is make sat-navs, but I don't know why they can't make it better, but they seem to fail. But it is nice to have it on the screen. I noticed a bit of traction acceleration out of that bottom corner there. It just doesn't really, that's a really steep hill. It probably doesn't look like a steep hill. You just got to really keep it absolutely buzzing up there. I mean, it's fun, certainly fun. Oh my good lord. I mean, dynamically, it's very good. It really is. I mean, this is what, 117 horsepower, I think. And if it was 130, I think that would be enough. But it's not. I actually took one turn off of preload back off it, because but it does help. It just gives it a little bit more nose. Not that you know, if you're going to buy this bike, you're not really going to be. Most people wouldn't really be doing this on it. It's quite extreme. I mean, they would be doing this journey, but I don't think they'll be going quite as fast. I'm not saying that about me. We just got, you know, a guide rider, and but as a touring bike, I'm not quite sure what actually in the Twisties would potentially keep up with this in terms of actual cornering ability. It is right up there. And actually this AMT gearbox, I'm getting used to it now. The thumb controls actually make much more sense than foot controls. Very much fun. Just now, like, I want more, you know, for those explosive overtakes. Yeah, petrol, need petrol. Just doing a bit of photo stopping. The road is closed, which is amazing. All the traffic's back there. It's fantastic. So it's time to look sexy. Average fuel, 6.8 litres per 100 kilometres. What's that in old money? It is a bit thirsty, because you've got to be all the ways up the top. You can't really launch it very far, so I'll do the fastest launch I can get. 3, 2, 1. That's it, fully pinned. I mean, this is some kind of beautiful. It really is. I mean, come on. Cowabunga. The best thing about this automatic gearbox is being able to use your fingers. You don't get like a fiddly foot, right, on corners like this. You can just go pop with your hand. Oh, Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue. I mean, I don't want to be the guy who buys this bike after the press launch. I mean, it feels great to push these buttons as you go through the gearbox, but it doesn't feel that sympathetic to the motor. But I don't think there's many bikes out there that will out-twisty, and adventure bikes we're talking, premium top of the line adventure bikes, that would out-twisty this on shit like that. Yes, it's underpowered when you're going uphill and you get the rare straight bits. You're going to lose out. But honestly, the way this thing, you can throw it into corners, is far superior to any of the other big adventure bikes. Maybe not the super niche stuff like the Multistrada RS, but even that, it's too big, too heavy. This just feels like, it feels like a naked bike with all the touring stuff on it. That's how it feels. But it needs 20 more horsepower. In fact, it doesn't even need the horsepower, it needs the torque. That's what's missing. The horsepower's fine, but you can't, you need that grunt to drag you out. I mean, it is the R9 motor. I don't think they've done anything really significant to change it to this, for this model. You cannot turn rear ABS off, although it is quite fun to jam the front anchors on and smash a bit of oh, I just got a fly in my mouth, don't know how. Smash a bit of rear on Jeremy. The tiramisu's kicking in. It's beautiful is what it is. It's absolutely beautiful. Right guys, well, back to the hotel I think, unless anything else major comes up, but yeah, let's digest the thoughts. Bye. He's gonna do him. Wow, I don't think I could do that on many other adventure bikes. That was rude, is what it was. Absolutely rude. Right, I need a beer. I really need a beer. Woo!